gosh. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back. There, Highwater.
No, own it.
Okay, great send in there on that one, Tripp. Hey, you guys, what's going on? Bret here. Welcome to the Health or High Water podcast. We are obviously off to an incredible start so far. Hope you guys are doing great out there.
That's my fault.
That's okay. We'll allow it. It's been fantastic here. Lots of great stuff going on. We got a good episode for you today. Tripp, what's happening?
Oh, man, just honestly enjoying this weather. We've got some nice weather out here in Colorado for once. We also want to welcome some new countries to the Health or High Water family. We want to especially welcome here South Africa. Welcome to the fold. We also have some downloads from Ukraine. So welcome as well. So if you guys make sure you're checking out our website at Ascend Performance Training for our blog, and you guys download some episodes there. It's all free. But thank you guys for downloading the podcast.
Yeah, maybe let's catch you guys up, give you kind of first of all, if there are new listeners to us, like Tripp just mentioned, there are, welcome. Thank you for joining us on our podcast here. We appreciate it. Appreciate the love and shares and likes and all that stuff. Let's catch you up on what we have going on here. So we've been growing. We just were featured on Denver 7, our fitness and wellness programs that we're doing at Balfour Central Park. Got featured on Denver 7 News, which was awesome, right? That was fun.
Dude, that was incredible. And for those who haven't seen it yet, it's not just telling a story about kind of what our company does, who we are, but it really showcases these seniors that come to our class every single day and don't miss a class, but maybe one in a whole year, just to see how much they want to be challenged. Like you said in the segment, we got a different class for these folks, and everyone's enjoying it. It's just it was a really cool experience.
What's the what's your trick to the senior class? What do you love about it the most?
Wow, there's a lot to love, but the biggest thing is the participation and the interaction. That is absolutely incredible, especially with communities that have memory care. Mm-hmm. To see ones that are maybe not nonverbal, have a hard time getting around, and just to even see them slapping the pads or smiling for the first time in a while, or just to see them moving. There's no better feeling than that, in my opinion. Like, not at all.
Yeah, it's been fun. We're growing. We are in a bunch of different communities now. We started at one. We're in a bunch of different communities, 7 or 8. We've added another one up in Longmont.
Yeah.
In Longmont, we're working in Longmont now. Actually going up there in a little bit.
Yeah, see you guys soon.
We will see you guys soon. We'll be up there shortly developing these programs. So that's been fun. And then the podcast has been growing. That's been a great time. This has been a great time too. What do we got coming up for episodes? Anything shout-out related? We got a lot, but anything?
We've got a actually special episode coming up that we're recording it on the 23rd, but it won't air probably until maybe the 28th. I'm not going to give it too much away because it's a kind of interesting episode, but we're going to have our first sex, health, and reproduction episode dropping on the 28th. So make sure you guys are checking that one out. It's going to be interesting. We got some AI talking in depth about preventive care and sex health. So it's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, you hear that here first. The episode is dropping.
It's happening.
What else is going on, man, with you? What's going on and anything else happening in your world?
Still working on the second book.
Mm-hmm.
Got that going on. And then Bret and I have been doing a lot of lecture series here in Denver. That's been awesome. Talking preventive care, hip health, men's health. It's been really awesome being able to connect with people that are very hungry to learn, which is awesome. Then just want to shout out to our new sponsors here, Swoley, getting them on board. Got some other ones possibly in the deal here coming up, so make sure you guys are waiting to check that out, which is going to really help us grow this podcast, guys. I know we know Bret and I have been really, really hustling with making just an audio podcast work for the past 3 years, and we've done it. It's been very hard to get our emotion and our mission across just with our voices, but it seemed to have done the trick. This money and this opportunity is going to get us to be able to upgrade the podcast in ways of like video. We're going to have our own Discord server so you guys can talk to us live during our podcast. It's going to really change the game. So thank you guys for the ones that have been listening, the ones that are currently new to this. We're about to take a whole different step in a new direction here at Health or High Water.
Yeah, it's been cool to add in the music to classes for fitness. We've added the music to it, and we got such great feedback on that. So that's been fun too, and I like watching you teach class, and I get to just kind of DJ and play the music. Has been a good time.
Oh, but it's such like a perfect add-on to it though. Like it's just well, honestly, like you're really good. You've been playing live shows for eons, right? You're playing live shows, weddings. Just your partnership with it and seeing these again, like people that aren't moving very much and maybe aren't maybe have dementia and Alzheimer's, see them like singing and moving in class with you is fantastic.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, it's been fun to watch both of us improve on what this class is, and yeah, it's just been a great time. We took a picture with Courtney the other day from Rosemark, and I had to post it because I'm like, man, we look like we're having a good time.
It's like, this is our job. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and even just to break the class down. All right, so again,
Dude.
a lot of you guys haven't seen Bret or I's face before, right? And you guys know that we teach senior boxing classes, so like I can only imagine what's going through your guys' head thinking that we teach seniors a box, right?
Yeah.
Like it's. It's a different kind of class. We use a whole bunch of different modalities of wellness, but boxing's a form that we can work with strength and cardio, conditioning. I mean, it's a great way to teach health and wellness that these seniors are just having a blast while doing it.
Yeah, it's been interesting too to see like which we were talking the other day about the independent living versus assisted living, memory care, and where the classes take off best. It does so well at memory care and assisted living. It's perfect for them. We always stay seated, which was something we talked about too. I don't see a reason to have seniors standing up and doing doing aggressive movements. I think seated is a great idea. It's safer.
It's controlled, right? Like we all want our loved ones to get up and move and get out there and have freedom, but it's about like moderating that risk. You know what I mean? Like, of course, we want them to be challenged, but it has to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you want to do is have a health and wellness preventive program. Do that and then like hurt yourself. Because you're doing something too hard.
Yes, I mean safety over everything.
Yeah.
Man. Safety over everything. All right, cool. Well, let's get into some stuff we wanted to talk about. Our episode today is titled "Overdiagnosed, Overmedicated, and Undermoved."
Yeah.
Why movement should be the first prescription. Why don't you start us off there?
Yeah, man. So one of the, especially with Bret and I's experience here working with these senior communities, that's kind of why we started talking about this first before we dived right into our topic, is because we're seeing what's happened when people stop moving, right? And everyone's heard the mantra that sitting is the new smoking, and I would say it's worse. Seeing what's happening in these communities and happening to humans is worse. You are losing your freedom, you're losing your independence, you're losing your mobility. You're losing your mentality. This is what defines us to being human, and it's a completely sad thing to see in these senior communities to people that have not taken care of themselves. And it's really all these three things Bret just talked about: being over medicated, being overdosed, and then undermoved. And undermoved is the key point here because it's something that we can all change.
Where do you think where do you think this all started from? Like why this? Why have we been overdosed, overdiagnosed, overmedicated, undermoved?
It's a combination of everything, man. Like it's a combination of us living more sedentary lives, like being on the computer, us over glorifying our free time, right, and thinking that our free time we deserve to lay out, splat out, and Netflix binge. Mm-hmm. And the other thing too is when you add food that's keeping us unmotivated, keeping us depressed, keeping us heavier, and it's a perfect storm.
Mm-hmm. What do you see trends happening now? What are your thoughts on like trends in the healthcare industry in regards to pharmacology and fitness in general?
Well, like what I'm really love seeing is these parents of the loved ones in these retirement communities or senior communities that we work in that are seeing what's going on and being like, oh my gosh, I've got to change something myself. That's the last thing I want to do is have to be in a place like in a place like that. And I'm not jockeying on these communities at all. That's not what I mean. Is a lot of these communities are absolutely fantastic and amazing. It's just to see loved ones being in memory care and Alzheimer's, dementia. It's hard, right? You want to keep your brain as long as you can.
I think we should take a quick little break here and shout out our sponsors. I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
Hey, fitness fans, have you ever dreaded the chalky taste of your usual creatine supplement? Let me introduce you to something revolutionary. Swoley Creatine Gummies. Yeah, you heard that right, gummies. These aren't just delicious. They pack all the punch you need to boost your workout without any of the hassle. Imagine looking forward to your creatine boost with flavors that make you feel like you're cheating on your diet in a good way. Swoley gummies are third-party tested for quality you can trust, and they're incredibly convenient. Just pop a few and you're good to go. No mixing, no mess. And because you're part of our podcast family at Health or High Water, I got a sweet deal for you.
Woo!
Head over to GetSwoley.com. That's GetSwoley, GetSwoly.com, and use code Health or High Water. That's HOHW. That's the code you'll put in. You'll get 20% off your first order. Treat yourself to a tastier way to stay fit with Swoley Creatine Gummies. Your muscles will thank you.
I'm thinking them right now. Right now, honestly, this is a great way to get your creatine in. They sent us some free samples that Bret and I have been taking. They're absolutely delicious. Easy way to get some creatine. I'm taking them right before the gym. Super delicious flavor. But yeah, check out Swoley.
So, what's the first step to getting moving again? I had a recent conversation with somebody I met. I don't want to say where. Let's just say I met them out in public.
Sure.
Good friend, became a good friend. We chat quite often. And she was telling me this big story about how she used to be incredibly fit. Now, and there were all these excuses. Every excuse in the book. Moved to Colorado and water weight and inflammation. You name it. It was just a myriad of excuses. And she's like, I know what I need to do, but I just can't. But it's just, it was a baffling conversation. So my question is, what's the deal with that? Like, what's the deal?
Well,
She was telling me all the answers. She was going, well, I could go to Blast Fitness, or I could go to this, and I'm like, you are still stuck in the. I'm thinking in my brain, I'm like, what in the world is going on? You want something. The answer's clear on how to get it.
Right.
I'm confused. Help me and the listeners, maybe.
Help me, help you.
What is the deal with that? Well, because you don't. If you want something, and you know what it takes to get there, but you're not doing the steps it takes to get there, and you're asking for help, but you're not willing to take. Like, what's the deal with all that?
At its purest form, it's acceptance. You know what I mean? Like, at its purest form, it's acceptance of like. And a good example is all these shortcut methods to get fit, right? Like you were talking about. Oh, I could go to Blast Fitness. I could try keto. Right? Like you could do all these different things, but you're talking you're talking microscopically with a macroscopic problem, right? The thing that we have to accept is that it's going to take work, right? The fact is we just don't want to put any time into it. People are like, oh. I love to be fit and I want to be fit, but no. You don't want, you need to be fit. Because if you guys are getting anything from this podcast that Bret and I are talking about is if you don't take care of yourself, something bad's going to happen to you, right? It's just like if I don't take care of my car, if I don't get my brakes checked and cleaned or brakes replaced, if I don't get my tires rotated, something's eventually going to happen. That tire's going to fall off. My brakes are going to stop working. There's going to be a catastrophic malfunction. Right, so the step one, like what Bret's talking about, is we have to accept We really have to accept the situation that we're in, that we're going to have to put a little bit of work into it and be consistent. Stop with this as soon as we do 21 days of this new diet or whatever we're on, and then we have one bad day, we just go back to our old bad habits. We're like, pooey, one day, I'm just put 21 days of work, just right to bed. So accepting the fact that we're going to make mistakes and that we should not be comparing ourselves to other people online. Health is such a spectrum of what it means, right? And all of you listeners right now think that health is the weight on a scale, right? For the majority of you guys, there's a few people out there that realize that health is a spectrum, and health is different for everybody else, and it looks different for everybody else. So accepting that health has a multi-spectrum identity, and accepting that we need to work. So I know that's kind of long-winded, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, you kind of hit it. There's the motivation and discipline aspect too. Can you break that down for us and for the point of this episode? Break down the difference between motivation and discipline, how that plays a role in all this.
Well, as simply put, motivation comes and goes, and we think that that's a determining factor in us getting fit. Is like, well, I'm not really motivated to do it, right? Discipline is where we know we have to. Right? If I don't go to the gym, I'm going to blow my lid at work at someone. If I don't drink enough water, I know my kidneys are going to like. That's the difference. It's a mentality set, right? Again, going back to accepting the situation you're in, or dragging your feet, hoping that someone's going to make you do something, or find some magic pill or shot that's going to make you super motivated to go to the gym. No, you just have to accept it.
Well, what do you do then? How do you get the motive, or how do you start to develop the motivation? Because a lot of people, they talk about the knowledge gap. Because it's easy going to the gym if you know, hey, I'm doing banded deadlifts. I got a push pull leg program. I know I've had X amount of macros. I know that I got this. Like if you have all the knowledge of all that programming, it makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So talk about not having the access to that information, or like where to go about. I mean, obviously you can hire a trainer and stuff like that, but what's the deal with that? Because I feel like that's a big gap for people.
Well, imagine going to sit down to paint and you only got one color, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how it is. I mean, you could know everything about the color red there is, absolutely everything, and your paintings are look like crap. And what I mean by all this is like we should be painting full pictures with our fitness. It's not just let's say you're expert at the gym, going in the gym. It's really the stuff you're doing outside the gym that makes an importance too, right? Because that's only 1 hour of the day really that you're in the gym. Like you're getting yourself fit, what have you. What are you doing with the other 23? Are you getting good night's sleep? Are you eating well? How's your stressors? Right? Now we're painting with a whole bunch of different colors right here. And the likelihood of us becoming more healthy with doing multiple modalities goes up, right? Because, if you're just tackling one part, like, oh, I tried to go to the gym for 21 days and I still feel like crap. It's like, well, because you didn't change your diet. Or you're staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning and getting up at 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Discuss like what are your thoughts then? How do we address habits and the discipline factor of it? So moving past the knowledge barrier, let's say you have knowledge now. How do you develop the discipline? Let's say you got a family. Let's say you're taking care of your mom and dad, full-time job, your construction. Money's tight. You name it across the board. Ring. Sorry about that. I had to put my phone on silent. Money's tight all across the board. All the excuses in the world. How do you develop the discipline, and how do you approach that?
Well, I think the best thing is with especially that hard of a situation is see people like you and I, right? Like go talk to a professional, like someone who knows what they're doing, and get advice from them, because there is an insurmountable amount of information that people are going through. They're being bombarded by social media. Their family's telling them to do this new diet. You got commercials telling you to take this shot and do this and that. It's murky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is to talk to people like you and I. We are the perfect people to help set up you on a program that's going to help you succeed, instead of you keep on trying the same thing over and over again, or pieces of the puzzle. Let's put the puzzle together for you.
like that. What is the difference? Describe the difference between a program and a workouts.
Yeah. The an actual just a workout. Sorry, I'm stumbling my words today, guys. I am so sorry. All right,
Just stop stumbling your words.
just
Tripp.
stop.
Cut it out.
I'm so fucking tired.
What'd you do last night?
Oh, I went out for a little while.
Sorry.
Yeah, whoops, whoopsie daisies. Yeah, had fun. Had fun though. It was good.
Good. That's important.
Saw some peeps that recognized us from the news.
Oh, really?
It was the craziest thing, man.
That's wild.
It was crazy. Like, were you on the news a few weeks ago?
That's
I
wild.
was like, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. So work at a workout program and a workout is great. Don't get me wrong. You go in, hit the gym, but a full-on program is a fully evolving is a fully evolving piece of, I'd say, literature, to be honest, about keeping you on track and hitting tons of different areas of health and wellness. Like Bret and I were talking about. Hey, we're talking about sleep, talking about workout, an evolving workout program. We're talking about nutrition. We're talking about supplementation, and again, it helps us stay on track.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, it'll put, like you said, put the whole puzzle piece together. There's nothing more exciting than when you see the trajectory of your progress, and then there's a lot of uncontrollables in your fitness and wellness journey. I like that term because it really is. It's
Yeah.
like, it's never ending. It doesn't matter how fit you are. It's constantly there's the aesthetic portion, which, hey, I want to look good. I want to feel good about the way I look. But there's a huge other portion. I want to feel healthy. I don't want to worry about my blood pressure, diabetes, all these other health conditions, my lower back pain. I guess I could speak directly to the people. There's a lot of people out there with chronic lower back pain, chronic shoulder pain, chronic neck pain. What else? We've seen more syndromes
Yeah.
than ever before.
Yes.
Inflammatory syndromes, which are hard to diagnose. There's hundreds of them. I'm not even going to name them off. Hundreds of inflammatory syndromes that are tricky, and it's trying to figure out what's going on with you, and so sometimes it's tough to feel like, hey, I'm going to exercise, but would that even help the problem? And it's like, it doesn't matter. Exercise is such a big piece of it, regardless.
Yeah,
And your mental
100%.
health too.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's very, very well put, and that's that kind of gets us into the over-medicated side of things, right? We have a habit of hyper giving out antibiotics, especially to children, and it's just like wrecking their guts. I mean, you're like Bret was just talking about. You're seeing inflammatory disease all over the place, like IBS. I've got IBS. It sucks. I was on antibiotics a ton as a kid, so it's just it's a piece of the puzzle, right? It's a huge piece, but like it all starts with working out, because if you don't have a good workout program, you're not consistent about it, everything else kind of falls apart. It all revolves around the workout.
Could you talk a big part of this episode is also talking about movement. Could you talk about movement and how that's medicine?
Yeah, I mean, regular physical activity improves sleep, cognitive ability, bone and musculoskeletal health, reduces the risk of dementia. I mean, it's endless with what working out and being physically fit and moving around does. I mean, your body naturally produces proteins, I believe they're proteins, that acts as natural antidepressants when we work out. So if you guys are depressed or sad, go work out. I know when Bret and I are done with these senior boxing classes that we do, we are both, like you said at the very beginning of this episode, we are smiling. We took a picture earlier with someone. And we just beaming after class, because we got to work out in too,
Yeah. So can you touch on movement over just working out? So let's separate working out, exercising, lifting weights and stuff like that, and just movement. Hey, I'm going for a walk today. I'm going for a hike this weekend. We're going to the park. Anything that just requires like walking. Can you discuss how that's important, and if you feel people are doing a good job at that?
Oh, well, people are doing a terrible job of that.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Doing an awful job. I mean, posture issues. People aren't walking right. No one knows how to take a real breath. Like and all of this is functional stuff. All functional movement. Sitting up, standing down, like sitting up, standing up. Like it's crazy how many people Brett and I teach. Like just the hinge movement or your ability to use your hip is atrocious, right? But seeing health and wellness professionals like Brett and I reading blogs, getting on YouTube, educating yourself on how to move the right way is beneficial in all forms of life. Yes, resistance training and all that is super important, but the act of moving right itself is even more important in my opinion.
What do you mean by nobody? Can you explain what you mean by nobody knows how to take a real breath?
Yeah. Your lungs are this is a little what is it, exercise that I learned in breathing yoga, that your lung is actually is broken into 3 different chambers. Your upper chamber, which is located all the way to the top of your clavicle or collarbone, your middle chamber, which resides right in your rib cage, and then you also have your diaphragm, which is right above your belly button and your stomach. And just to see people take a breath and only use maybe a portion of their ribs, air not going all the way up to the top of the collarbone, and then little to no use of diaphragm whatsoever. So Brett and I use these kind of exercises in our classes to teach people actually how to take a real breath. And it's very helpful in places, especially like Colorado. We have high altitude. It's hard to take a full breath, hard to absorb air. So doing those kind of things of putting your fingertips right in your collarbones, breathing all the way up and pushing your fingertips up with your breath. Same thing with laying your hands on your ribs, breathing out side to side, as well as putting your hands on your stomach and breathing forward with your diaphragm to get full activation. So it's a little bit about you're just seeing people not taking a full breath and how we solve that in class.
I like that. Nice. And the last part, unless you want to add more in, would be overdiagnosed. So the episode titled Overdiagnosed, Overmedicated, and Undermoved, we've covered some of those. What are your thoughts on overdiagnosed? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. And guys, this is just my opinion on this. With this, I mean, there's evidence to back what's going on here. Is we just love our pills in America, right? We love pills. 100%. We kind of mentioned that starting this episode about talking about movement is we want a magic pill for everything. It's because we're obsessed with pills. I don't get it. I really don't understand, but we think that we can go to the doctor, take a pill for anything and everything. It doesn't matter if we're depressed, doesn't matter if we're overweight, doesn't matter if we're angry at our loved ones. There's a pill for it, right? And we think that this is going to solve our problem, but all it's doing is it's putting a Band-Aid on a gash, right? You're not solving the actual issue that's going on, and that's why people aren't trusting doctors anymore, or at least the level of trust for doctors has gone down, and you're seeing death rates go up because of it too. People are on and I'm going to speak from experience myself. To be honest, I was on 45 milligrams of Vyvanse at one time, and then 10 milligrams of Adderall at night, along with Ambien, and then 10 different stomach medications because my stomach was killing me. So I mean, and that's just my experience. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot of stimulants, right? And it's causing issues. I'm sure I messed my brain up somehow, functionality with that medication.
Do you think you were overdiagnosed?
I think that there's a ton of different ways I could have worked on my ADHD and anxiety than popping pills. We're talking about breath, we're doing breath work, talking to a therapist, talking to friends. I think there's just a ton of different ways that I could have probably should have gone about that instead of going to the doctor and be like, I want Adderall. And I'm having a hard time focusing. Well, they just sign the prescription, get it over.
How old were you when you did that?
17.
Yeah.
I went behind my parents' back because I knew I had ADHD and they didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
And got myself on Adderall, and made straight A's in community college, and showed them that well, yes, you did have Adderall. It's no, I was cracked out, right? It made doing homework fun because you were high.
Yeah. And then you stopped eventually, or how did you stop?
Yeah, I eventually kind of come to the conclusion that there's no way that all this medication, and as well as how bad my stomach was the answer to this. I was popping like 12 pills in the morning, like it's 4 at night. Like it was an insane amount of medication to be on being a healthy young man. You know, and I tossed it all down the toilet and started using things like CBD and natural remedies and whole foods, and that seemed to do the trick a lot better. And it was actually and Bret can attest to this. It's like my stomach's getting better. It's not perfect, but it's slowly getting a little better. You know.
Nice. Well, what else? Anything else before you want to wrap this up?
Do you have any live music shows coming up that the people of Colorado can come to?
The only public one I have that is at a venue for everybody would be the Officers Club in Lowry, June 20th. It's a Friday, I believe. I don't know I think it's a Friday, June 20th. I'll shout it out too on the next episode, but what time is it at? Yeah, I don't know the time. I'll put it all. We'll link it somewhere, but June 20th, yeah.
Awesome.
Officers Club.
Also, if you guys want to come by and see one of our senior boxing classes, we'd love to have you. Shoot us a DM, and we can get that organized. If you guys are interested in having these programs in your senior communities, please shout out to us, and we'll try to figure something out and get you set up there. But we just want to thank you guys so much.
All right, you guys take care. See you next time. Peace out.